He thought humor was a puzzle to solve, but funny knows it's a whoopee cushion to sit on. Dad jokes aren't about hidden meanings. They're about the sheer joy of puns so bad, they loop back to greatness. They're the linguistic equivalent of a trust fall, where the punchline is just an excuse to bond over mutual suffering. This is where the analytical couch is swapped for a shared groan and an eye roll. The true success of the joke isn't in its cleverness, but in the predictable, almost ritualistic response it elicits, forging a connection through the very act of enduring the pun together. It's a low-stakes, high-reward form of social glue, proving that sometimes a groaner is more insightful than a deep dive into the subconscious, because its entire purpose is the shared, immediate, and often delightfully painful human experience. Freud also missed the mark on dark humor. He'd probably argue that laughing at a joke about existential dread, why did the photon refuse to check a bag, it was traveling light, is a way to cope with mortality. And sure, okay, that's part of it, but dark humor's real power is that it doesn't cope. It points at the void and says, "Nice try, but I've seen your LinkedIn." Funny isn't a defense, it's a middle finger. Freud wanted to therapize the human condition. Funny wants to meme it into submission. Dark humor operates in the uncomfortable spaces, the ones Freud wanted to neatly categorize and explain away with childhood traumas and repressed desires. But when you're staring down the absurdity of existence, a Freudian analysis feels less like a life raft and more like being handed a complex knitting pattern in the middle of a storm. Dark humor, instead, is the shared, knowing glance that says, "Yeah, this is messed up, isn't it?" It's a gallows humor that doesn't just acknowledge the darkness, but finds a perverse energy in it, a defiant chuckle in the face of the overwhelming and the uncontrollable. It's the ultimate inside joke between everyone who's ever felt the icy touch of cosmic indifference, a linguistic shorthand for, we're all in this bizarre, beautiful, and utterly pointless mess together. This shared recognition is key. Dark humor thrives on a communal understanding of the bleakness it references, creating a temporary subversive bond between those who get it. It's less about individual psychological defense and more about collective acknowledgement and even a strange form of solidarity. By making light of the heaviest topics, death, despair, societal collapse, dark humor doesn't diminish their weight, but rather asserts a form of agency over them, however fleeting. It's a refusal to be solely defined by the grim realities, a linguistic rebellion that finds power not in overcoming the darkness, but in the audacious act of laughing within it.